Hey guys, it's Lacey. Welcome back to Paws and Paper. So what are we doing here today? Today I am going to try something. I saw Cara Renee on Be Reborn Art and Healing do this. She had a bunch of scrap paper in a bin like this, and then she colored it all up, and then she used it to collage. So I wanted to do a collage masterboard. I haven't done one in a long time, so all I am doing, I'm taking some book pages, and I just... Thank you very much. I am just taking any book pages that I have here, whether they're white, whether they're the old ones, the vintage ones. I got text, I got dictionary, I got just whatever. And the only thing I'm doing is just tearing them up. I'm using the whole book page, the white and all. So this is really the easy part, and you can just build a huge bin of stuff here, and you can even use your scraps. I believe Cara Renee just used her scraps and stuff, but on this one I thought this would be a great one to use some of my book pages. I have so many book pages I don't know what to do with, so I thought I would just make a whole bunch up here. And what I want to do, the whole point of me doing book pages, I want to make a really very neutral collage masterboard, and then I want to, when I'm done with it, do some extra stuff on top of it after I'm done collaging. So as you can see here, I don't care if there's white space, and I'm roughly making them, you know, fairly small size pieces. I'm not going super large. And then we're going to play. We're going to add all kinds of stuff in here to see what kind of mess we can make, because it looked like so much fun when she was doing this, and she just had this big bowl of scraps, and then she started adding, you know, paint and different things to it. Those might be cool. I might get some little numbers in there. So you never know what you can get in your book pages. So yeah, so this is what I'm doing. I'm just going to tear these final ones up here, and like I said, I don't care what size they are. And even the even just the plain white spaces or whatever we got, hopefully when we color it all up, we won't have, like that book page there, hopefully we won't have much white space anyway. But like I said, I wanted to do something very, very neutral, so that's where I wanted to start. So this just seemed like something fun to do today, is get my hands in a big bowl of paper. So I'm just using this plastic tub that I can just rinse out, and it's just a junk tub. So you're going to want to have something big, and I think you're going to want something fairly deep, because if you start mixing and spraying stuff in here and splattering paint or anything down in there, you're going to want to make sure, you know, you have something fairly deep to work in. So that's why I got this fairly deep little plastic bin here. Okay, so now what I want to do, I did bring along my spray bottle of water, some spray distress inks. I even got I just got some coffee here from leftover from this morning. So we're just going to throw all kinds of stuff in there. And then we'll mix it all together like we're making a big paper soup here. I mean, how much fun is this? Talk about getting to play with your paper. And I got quite a bit in here, so they're going to need to be fairly saturated. I'm just going to do some water. This is just plain water in a spray bottle there. There we go. Okay, so let's throw in, I'm just going to keep throwing in. Well, I should just dump it, but then I'm afraid I'll get too much. So I'm going with just the heavy paintbrush, just kind of drip it down in there. And I already do have different styles of paper in here, so some are darker than others, which will be kind of cool. But that's what I want to do. I want to get all these pieces all colored up a little bit, and so then they'll be all different. So then when I go to make a collage, I'll have similar pages because they're all just, you know, book pages. But then we're going to color them all. And then they should look kind of cool when we put stuff on top of them. Okay, I am going to try just putting some distress ink in here. This one I have here is my vintage photo. Let's just get some of that going on in here. And I'm going to wet it down just a little bit more. Oh, this is going to get messy too. This is going to be fun. All right. So yeah, this could be really cool because you're not going to know what you get in the end. It's going to be like a big surprise. You're just going to start pulling out pieces. And you might end up with some really cool pieces, but what a great way to do a whole bunch of coloring at once. I mean, this will make a lot of collage material. And I haven't made a collage in a long time, so I'm kind of excited to do one. Okay, so let's get some more. I'm trying to just pull these pieces apart as I come across them. The ones that are sticking together. Now I'm going to go in with my little darker, this is walnut stain, Distress Oxide. And let's get some of that in there. Just a little bit more water. And some more mix-in. And I think I really want to try this with like acrylic paints and stuff and just start splattering a whole bunch of acrylic paints in here. But I'm not going to do that on this one because this one I want very neutral. So it's going to be kind of boring with just the browns and stuff, but that's what I want to do for this batch. But I definitely am going to try a batch with book pages and then get all my acrylic paints out and try to put some color in there with the acrylic paints. I'm going to go back with some more coffee. You'd be surprised at how dry this still is, and a lot of these pages are still 100% dry in here. So it does take a lot if you think you're really, really over wetting. Depends on how much paper you put down here, but yeah, see, now I'm getting impatient. There we go. But yeah, it does. The coffee and the water and everything really soak up pretty quick. And as it gets wet, you're just going to have to be a little bit more gentle. Things are going to start sticking together. So, you know, try to move them around. Oops, we got runaways. But look how cool they're looking already. I love that. So cool. Oh no. The boys are screaming. They were opening Pokemon packs cards this morning for Easter. But look at that. That's a cool one. Here they come running down here. Oh no. They're all excited about something. I don't know what's happening. It never fails. There's never a quiet moment. What? What did you get? They have to come tell me. Come tell me your excitement. What's your excitement? Oh gosh. Okay, what's your excitement? Tell them your excitement. Paper. Yes.
I don't know if you guys know any Pokemon, but if you do, this is from Brilliant Stars.
Ooh,
it is the most expensive card there.
Oh.
The Charizard alternate art.
Mom's retiring tomorrow.
No.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, they're so excited. I love that they get so excited over that stuff. And I have no idea what it means. I'm just like, okay guys, whatever you say. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with some more vintage photo here. And a little bit more water. Oh yeah, so I'm recording this on Sunday. So you'll be watching this on Monday, and it's Easter Day today. So we just got back from my parents' house, and the kids are opening up some Pokemon cards that they had gotten, and they're so excited because they pulled this card. And like I said, I have no clue what it means, but when they get excited, it just makes me happy that they're excited. So don't ask me. All right, so this is looking pretty good. I'm liking all the kind of colors. I'm getting some really cool, like yellowishing colors like this. That's kind of really cool. I'm liking those pieces. That's neat. Okay, so I'm also going to throw in here, I did bring along one acrylic paint of mine, and I brought along the antique gold. So I want to throw some of this in there. I'm wondering, I probably kind of want to water it down, but I'm not sure how. Maybe I'll just, oh gosh, this is going to be scary. Oh, that's probably not what you're supposed to do. Here, I wanted to really water it down. So that's not really what I wanted to do, was blob it in there, but okie dokie. Well, we're just going to see how it turns out. You guys can take this or not, because I think what you want to do is maybe kind of wet it on like a palette first, and then kind of like drop it in there. But you know, we'll just smear it all around, see what we get. So this is where you're going to really start getting messy, is when you start getting the paint involved. Oh yeah, there's going to be some big blobs. Well, we're going to get some big pieces of gold. So, oh well, let's just spread those off and try to mix those together with others. And I'm going to have to dry these. And what I'm going to do is, since I don't have like a heat gun or anything, I'm just going to go upstairs and grab my hair dryer, and I'm just going to blow these around for a little bit to see what kind of mess I can make, because they're going to start drying and they're going to start blowing everywhere. But I want to continue my video, but you probably should just air dry these. That'd probably be the best way to do it if you are patient. But like I said, I'm making this video the day before it's going to go up, so I don't have any time to waste, people. Just kidding. I really don't have to put the video up tomorrow. You know, it's like, it's more, I want to. How about that? I want to put my video up tomorrow, so that's why I'm going to go and do this. Okay, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here is just pulling stuff apart, making sure things keep getting mixed together. I do have bigger blobs of that gold in here, so if I get some, I'm just kind of trying to move them apart, but I'm really liking the colors that I'm getting in here. Really some pretty, I wish you guys could see, some of the colors are turning out really, really good. They look really vintagey, which I like. They're looking very authentic vintage, which is really cool. And like I said, I didn't use vintage book pages. Some of these are just some of my kids' old books that they don't even use anymore or whatever. So they're even like kids' big textbooks, you know. They're the only thing I didn't use in here was glossy pages. So these are all just the paper pages. It's all paper, duh. Just like, but the, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know what to say. The textured type pages, no glossy pages. Matte pages. There we go. Okay, and I got one more thing here. I got my gesso. How can I... Oh, let's just splatter some of that everywhere. Maybe I can just touch it around. There we go. Let's just... Oh, there we go. Let's just put it on my hand and touch it in there. That works. Now, you can do whatever you feel is necessary. I mean, I don't care. I'll stick my finger in it and spread it around. That doesn't bother me. But if you don't feel like contaminating your whole gesso thing, if you think you're going to get it dirty with other colors, you know, because I do have ink and gold and everything else on my hands, just put some on a paintbrush, you know, and dip it in there. I really think it would probably work better if you watered it down, but like I said, I've never tried this. It just looks like fun, and I'll just do whatever I guess I want to do. So we'll see how it comes out, and then you guys can judge on your own what techniques you would rather use. If you're like, nope, not doing what she did, that turned out terrible. But even just keeping moving my paper around in here, it's already starting to get dry. So it really, I don't think this is going to take long to dry at all. So, which is cool, because I want to keep going and get our collage done. So, all right, I think I like what we have. I am going to go and dry this off, and then let's get started on our collage. So, I'm having too much fun here. This is just way too much fun, guys. I'm telling you, put your hand in a bowl of paper. It's so much fun. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so all I have done is I went upstairs and I just threw this under like the hair dryer. I really only put it under for like a minute or two, and it didn't take long. It's fairly dry. I mean, some of them are still a little bit damp, but we're going to put them onto our paper here anyway and Mod Podge them all down, so they're going to get wet again. I am just using a 12 by 12 white cardstock piece. I don't know where I got this. I think it just came like inside of a scrapbook pack that I had found at the Goodwill or whatever. So this is just plain white. So I figured if we cut it up, and I'm going to use just my matte Mod Podge here, and I'm just going to start grabbing some pieces and collaging down. Now everything is just roughly neutral, you know, so I am not going to fuss too much about what I grab. I'm just going to pretty much grab and go, and we'll just stick it all down. I don't even care if the text is the right way. We are going to just keep on gluing and going, see what we can get here. But I think so far I like how it all turned out with the colors. Just the Distress Oxides. Some really cool yellowing happened, which I think is kind of cool. I like that. And some of the pieces are still kind of sticking together and they're folded, so I'm trying to unfold them if I can. That's a really neat one. I like that. But yeah, so my whole thing was here. I was going to just do a really neutral collage, and then I want to do some just black stamping over the top of it to kind of make it stand out a little bit more. And this piece here is going to go into the Paris journal that I'm working on. So I wanted something fairly neutral. There is a lot of color in that journal, so I thought maybe a lot of the pieces that I make could be fairly neutral, and they would look good with that very colorful journal. So as you can see, this is going to go pretty quick because I am just putting it all down. The colors don't have to match anywhere. It's all just going to stick down. And I am probably going to have to go over the top of this. I don't want any of it to peel up on me. So we're going to go over it lightly at the top just to make sure everything stays down. Now I don't really care for the look of the matte Mod Podge on top. You know, that's not really the look I'm going for. I'm just more or less doing it just to keep those things from peeling up. So this is what I'm going to keep doing, and I'm going to cut the camera off here and come back when I have this done. Ooh, I want that number up. And we'll continue on. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay guys, so I am back. Here's the finished collage, and I just think it looks awesome. And there's no right or wrong way for this, top or bottom. Like, I have text gone in every direction you can see. Like here, even some of the paper tore, and I think that looks really cool. So I just have this all put together now, and I've trimmed the sides. That's all I've done. And I think it's looking really, really good. And look at all the paper I still have left. Like, it looks like I didn't even use any. So you make one batch of this and you've got collage sheets forever. So now what I want to do is I brought along a couple stamps here. I've got this like, what do you call this? Like a filigree type design. And I'm just going to do some random stamping with my black StazOn ink. And I just put the hairdryer over this for, I don't know, 2-3 minutes, and everything's pretty well completely dry. And now I'm just going to go here and there, making some stamping, and I'm going to turn it around. I think I'm going to just make these into some tags. I believe I'm going to do some large tags for that journal. So I just want some random bits and pieces here and there. Whatever gets caught onto the papers when we cut it out will be fine. Okay, that's enough of that one. And then I put in some butterflies here because there are quite a few butterflies on those 12 by 12 papers that we used in that journal. So I figured, butterflies will always work. And again, I placed them all over the place just randomly because I don't care whether they're upside down, right side up. That's not going to make any difference to me. So let's just get them guys down. And maybe we only want to put, say we just want this one down here, right there, all by himself. We can put him all down by himself there. Let's get one more up here maybe. Okay, quite a few there. Let's get one here. Looks good. turn this around. Just kind of filling in here or there. Okay, that's good. And the last thing I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to grab my trusty old script stamp, because can't go wrong with the script stamp. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this randomly around in some of the blank areas that I haven't gotten yet. And we're going to call that pretty well good. So maybe just a little bit here or there. Okay, so you can just barely see it in spots. I like that. Like here, just that very hint of the stamp there. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm going to call that good for stamping. Put all that stuff away. All right, so now let's just cut these up. And I want to make fairly large tags. So I think I'm going to go with a 4-inch wide tag. And this might be a good one to do that, what do I want to call it? That flippy design, the flippy tag design. So I'm just going to grab my ruler and my utility knife here, and let's line it up on the board here. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 inches wide. And I'm just going to do a 4-inch wide strip all the way down. And actually, if this is 12 by 12, we could just cut it into 3 equal strips here. Okay. Okay, so there's one. And let's do another 4-inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is here. And let's cut this one down. And let's make a tag out of this to see what it looks like. Okay, so now I've got 3 pieces that are 4 inches wide. How tall do I want? And they look really cool. I'm really liking these. Super cool. Okay, so let's decide how tall we want our tag. And then maybe I can use the bottom as part of the flips. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-inch tag, 7-inch tag. Leaves us with 5. Those would be really skinny. Okay, let's just try that. We're going to go for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 is here. Okay. Lost my knife. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I think these neutral collages are really kind of cool. And then you can put, you could even do colored stamping on the top, which I think would be cool. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my tag template here that I use to cut my side pieces, because I can never get them even no matter what I do. So I always just cheat and use a template. Okay, so there we go. There's our tag top, which I think looks good. And the back right now is just kind of plain white. We can even do, I think I might just distress that up or ink it up a little bit more. And then here we could just do one large hinge, or we could do, if I cut that in half, we could do 2 hinges. What do we want to do? Do we just want to do one large one? Our butterfly's upside down there. Okay, let's just cut this in half, because I think I don't want to do one large. So 5 is going to be 2 and a half is going to be the middle. And let's see if we can make two flappies out of this guy. Okay. So now I think if we do one down here. No, I wanted to do the top one. So you're about right here. And then you would be like right there. It really blends in. You can hardly see the flaps on there, can you? It's still kind of cool though. And then it would all flip open. Okay, let's just do that. Let me grab. Hang on. Oh, I got my... Okay, sorry, I had to grab my bin of scrap fabrics. So should we use... Ooh, the brown might be kind of pretty. Or even the yellowish brown. Let's just do that. Or do I have plain? Do I have some plain? I just have plain. No, we don't want to do plain, do we? Okay, let's go with either one of these. Ooh, this is pretty too. Make up your mind. Oh, so many decisions. Put it away before you keep looking. Okay, what should we do? This is looking really fall now. Maybe we'll just go for the brown. Okay, so let's just do this. And these are just going to be my hinges. I'm going to make hinges out of these is all I'm doing here. And let's just cut this down. And then this one. Cut that down. These are super, super easy, guys, doing the fabric, making the fabric, the hinges. Okay, so I'm going to do this one and then this one. I have the bottom slightly hanging over, and do I want that one to be on top? Top one or the bottom one? So we do top first, right? Or bottom first? It doesn't matter, right? Okay, let's just get it down. And glue. Where is my Fabrifix? I'm all over. Okay, here we go. So let's just get this down quickly here. I'm going to bring it in a little bit closer too. You're so far away. Okay, there you go. A little bit of Fabrifix here. Put our glue down. Put our fabric hinge down. Okay. And since it's kind of a pretty fabric, it won't matter if it shows on the back. I think it'll be okay. So let's line it up here. That'll be good. Okay. Don't want my glue there. Okay. So there is our first hinge. Looks cute. And let's make this one here, so we can still see a little bit of the bottom. Oh, you can't see anything, can you? See, that's what happens when I go too close. Oh, hang on. There we go, that's about right. I always struggle with getting you the right distance away so you can see what you're doing, but then you're not out of frame all the time. Okay. So I've got glue all over my mat here now. Everything's sticking. Okay. Let's get a little bit of glue on this side. And these are just going to be super cute. And I'm going to use that whole bucket of scraps, or my book pages now that I've made, and continue on making my collage sheets here. Okay, so I'm just barely overlapping that there at the top. I think I'm going to overlay something on top of this. Kind of forgot about all of this. We'll put another piece over top of there of something. But that right now is looking pretty cool. I like that. Very neutral, cool tag. That even almost kind of comes back together there. So I think that's looking good. What do you guys think? Super easy collage tags, right? So I think maybe I'll put a brad in this one. What do I got here that might look kind of cool? I'm really kind of liking these brads. They're kind of fun. Who knows what they mean, but like here's just an eye. Why not put an eye on there? You know, and you can pretty much poke these through right through the paper. I say that and then I can't. Okay. Pokey tool to the rescue. But yeah, they're kind of cool. They just add a little bit of something to these pages. And make it look kind of interesting. It makes you wonder, like, oh, why is there a random letter? Okay, so there's that. Well, I think they're turning out pretty cool, so I'm just going to keep decorating these. I'll probably add a few other bits and pieces maybe at the bottom, but really, I mean, you don't need to do anything else to them. I think they look pretty good. So there we go, guys. So I'm just going to keep on collaging away, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.